set for Sunday afternoon baseball from Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and the Cleveland Indians. The Twins will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Shane Bieber, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5? Pitch repertoire that he has that gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties, and if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
So digging in now, Darren Obradovich, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The shortstop.
First pitch on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, Dero. They're looking to avoid the streak here in this one. Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
And just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees here at first pitch. A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Lined hard toward right center. This will not relieve the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over the hallway for the first down. The first base to look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, you know they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 spot right now. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Nope. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Daryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Daryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
Mercado is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting third.
Now at the plate, number 22. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Popped him up. Ramirez is there, and the side is retired. Striding into the box, number 15. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The left fielder.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Fellas, these Twins, as they take the field this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous sweep.
Boy, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here, and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
2-1 now to the Tribe's leadoff man. Hit to first. W takes it in. Take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Mark DeRosa, what's the key in avoiding the sweep?
Matty, taking a look at the research packet and now taking a look at the lineup. This team has to know one thing. Do not make this a bullpen game. They have to attack the starter, be aggressive in the early innings, and try and manufacture a few runs. Because if this becomes a bullpen game, they are in trouble. They have monsters lurking behind those walls.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Oscar Gonzalez becomes out number 2 this inning. Ready now, Jose Ramirez. He's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely one player to keep your eye on right now. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Drilled on the ground to short. Scooped up on the backhand. First in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. Still no score. Now batting, Shorty Holt. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The right fielder.
First delivery to him on the way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
Into the box, Tim Koo, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Bieber isn't considered by many to be a power pitcher. He doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but he's usually very effective as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that uses his defense and makes the opponent put the ball in play.
Matty, not all pitchers are going to be swinging this guy. Even though this guy is a power pitcher, he pitches primarily down in the zone, and he looks
belted high in the air out to left. Back on it is the left fielder. On the warning track, he makes the catch. The relay throw on to first, and they get the double play.
That is good.
Striding forward for his first chance, number 21. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. The last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. Fastball right back to the mound. He'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Twins retired in short order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the cleanup hitter,
Leading
Josh
off for the
Naylor. A couple
Indians,
of hits for him in
the
4
first
trips to the
baseman,
plate last night.
Josh
Here's your strike
Naylor.
with the breaking ball. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. 1-1. And he popped him up. Cool. Foul ground, but this will land untouched. Still 1-2. Try again, 1-2. Count still at 1-2. This is taken for a ball high and tight. 2-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw it way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Now in the box, Andres Jimenez. He begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Tight break with the slider there, catches the inside for a strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at-bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Check swing grounder to the right side. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder has a beat on it. He's got it 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And
The
diving
right
into
fielder.
the numbers on this
Wayne
team, the one thing that
Chavez.
jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can collapse play deep. The highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you watch.
0-1's the count.
Lane Thomas comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
No ball,
2 great
strikes.
pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options at hand right now.
Naylor leads off first with 1 away. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carried. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
So he sets him down swinging. Lane
Batting
Thomas
seventh.
goes down for the
Catcher.
second out in the bottom half. First pitch on its way. Fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Bottom of the second here with no score. A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Indians leave 1 and move to the third with no score. Coming to the plate now, Sean Manaea. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's a base hit. A little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extended his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. A runner at first with no outs here.
That's the ball.
Fastball that crowds him
1
a
and
bit,
1.
and it's 1-1. Now a throw over, but the runner's back easily. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. Here's the 1-2. And that's going to be high 2-2 now. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. In now, and that's Robinson. The catch swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. Third inning, no score to this point. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get them to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Too high, and it's 3-0. Darren Obradovich will be next. He's set. Here's the 3-0. 3-1.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation. So making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
This is in the air to right. Thomas is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 1.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren Obradovich. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing and a high, deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
1 ball,
and
1
they
strike.
pitch out here, but nothing's going on. In the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
2-2 the count. Three and 2 now.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He loses him on ball 4.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Obradovich, the runner at third. Obradovich on at second with 2 down. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Ready with the 1-2. Lifted in the air to center. McCullough has a beat on it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. Set to get his day started. Oscar McCullough for the Indians. A little struggle for him with the bat so far this year. Looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. It's 1-2. The 1-2 misses. Ball 2. hit hard to the right side. Right there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Batting done.
Into the box, Brian
Roach.
As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. And he takes strike 2.
Hey, as a hitter right here, you can't be leaning out over. I know those first 2 pitches were in the outer half, but nothing saying he can't ride a fastball in right here.
Indian shortstop behind 1 and 2 in the count. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The bat
standing in, number 15. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0. Indians still in search of their first hit of the ball game. Rolled slowly to first. W charging in on it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the 4th. Ready for another chance. Number 22 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
So 1-1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 1-2. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And the runner will get back standing. In now, Shorty Holt grounds it sharply to third. Ramirez is up with it. There's one. And the first, and it's a double play. Second is hit into in his first 4 innings. There are 2 away now.
Now batting. First base.
Stepping into the box, Tim Poole. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If he was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Count even at 2-2. One that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2. Number 21 would be next. Swing and a ground ball to third. Ramirez with a bare-handed effort, and give it up on a phenomenal. Digging in for his second at-bat, Oscar Gonzalez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Line to the right side. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down.
The bat. Well, this one was spurred up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
And there's the first hit of the game for Cleveland.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two bats. Both of them hit on absolute speed. One's right at one.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Threw a base on balls his first time up. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-1 to the Indians' first baseman.
Down
It
at
looked like
3-1.
the fastball got away from him there.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Be on the attack and let them do it.
3-2 pitch. Popped up. Obradovich is under it. 2 gone.
The batter.
Stepping in, Andres Jimenez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Line drive to center field. In there, base hit.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs.
Now
Hitter
batting,
was able to
right
keep his
fielder.
hands through. Deliver a nice line drive.
Carver.
Standing in now, Lane Thomas. No balls, and a
0-1's the
strike
count.
to count. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4.
Ball,
And he
next
lays
to
off
strike.
for ball 1. Breaking ball that drops in for a strike. Ready with the 1-2. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Indians strand a couple. Through 4, still tied. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Leading off for Minnesota.
All right, Heidi, thank
the
you.
center fielder.
Here's the
Number
first
21.
pitch to him. Fouled away. And now a pitch on the way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A windup and the 0-2 pitch.
That's a ball.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mercado is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, Sean Obradovich. He singled his last time.
Oh,
Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
D-Rod.
He couldn't catch up with the gas that time. 1 out, nobody on. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Looked at for ball number
outside.
2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Stepping in, Alex Healy.
The batter,
He's
number
0 for
5.
1 thus far.
Designated hitter. Alex.
First pitch of the at-bat
Healy.
on its way. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. No
Yeah, 1
swing
ball,
on the
1
knuckle
strike.
curve, even at 1-1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota.
That's
Good
ball.
take there to lay off the high fastball. The 2-1. Pops this one up. Jimenez has a play, and that's the 3rd out. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And he told me he feels like they're being too patient at the plate right now. Too much of the time they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2. And that's basically never a formula for success.
Yeah.
He said they're getting a lot of strikes, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early.
Whoa, that pitch is out.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Cam Gallagher is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
2 balls,
Fastball
no
misses
strikes.
badly there, and he's behind 2-0. 2-1 the count.
Hey,
2-1 pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth with a punch out, 1 away. Now with the play, Oscar Mercado. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians.
2-0.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Popped up. W shading to his right. 2 down.
Now batting.
At the plate, Ryan Rhodes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing grounder to the right side. Ogadava fields it cleanly. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty. At the plate, Dan Robinson is swinging from the left side right here.
The catcher.
First offering on its way.
Robinson.
He goes down and gets this fastball and takes it high in the air to deep straightaway center. Reaps and he makes the catch. He took away the home run.
That was a pretty good catch right there. A lot of guys mistime that jump because they're worried about the wall coming on. But he got it just right and hauled it in. Great stuff.
Into the box now, Darren Obradovic.
Oh, that's out.
Yes, he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it. Takes this the other way to right. This will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the 2nd out. Digging in once again, Tyler W. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Outside, that's the ball.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home road split?
I think every player is, and sometimes this is a matter of being either comfortable on the mound or comfortable in a batter's box in some visiting ballparks, and some guys, quite frankly, like it better on the road than they do at home.
Number 22 is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. 1-1 the count now. W, runner at first with 2 gone. The 1-2. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Mercado has it in his tracks, and that's the 3rd out. So the lineup flips over and digging in. Number 15, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Fastball in there for a called strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the hurdle.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Up next
for the Indians is the designated hitter, Oscar Gonzalez. Here comes the first pitch. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Up next to Cleveland, the third baseman.
Digging in, Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez.
What a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Going back is the center fielder. And they take the lead. It's gone.
I know hindsight is always one, but you can't throw that distance. That's don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Now it'll be the four-hole hitter, Josh Naylor. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and Wilt this level too is really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way, but they can play well the rest of the game.
Digging in and looking for more, Andres Jimenez. That hits the outside corner. It's strike one.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn two.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. So a two-run homer down the line in right field. 12 home runs for him now thus far. As the Indians continue to pull away, it's now 4-0. That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run. Daniel Kaluuya, little 5'10" southpaw, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching. And looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. And they'll come back with one in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. 4 runs here in this half inning. Grounded back up the middle. Diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
You know, dealing with the old school thinking sometimes is you're going for a bad streak out this guy. Anyway, he's getting a little jam shot. Even though it wasn't pretty, they just to get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk the home plate. You're stuffing it so bad.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Thomas, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team, it doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief. It's right. And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age, with bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
One of the keys, too, when you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over.
Adam hacking at the 2-0 change, and it's back to 2-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Moving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get one, if not both of them home.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Into the box, Ryan Rhodes. As the first pitch here's a bit
Ball
high, it's
one, no
4-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Nope,
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
No, that's
That's
down.
ball 3 now as it just misses below the zone. Number 15 looks like he'll get a second shot here in the inning. He waits on deck.
The
3-2 pitch.
That's going
And it misses ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Now batting, number 15.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, number 15. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam.
And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up,
Now
and they remain loaded here with still only one gone. Trevor May gets the ball to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guy.
Number 65.
Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And not in time as the run scores. Boy, this one looks like a little headed for extra base off the bat. Instead, a line drive forward. He does end up getting a 1-0. Fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Line soft to the right side. Just foul. Ready with the 1-1. Bounce it to the left side. In time at first, and finally at long last. Standing in, Shorty Holt. He leads off this half inning, and what they hope to be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by his opposing team to lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Hit back up the middle. Rose is up with it. Oh, he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Boy, this is an absolute hit for them, especially when they've had so much trouble getting anybody on base. So now the leadoff hitter is aboard and might be looking to run. They've got to do whatever they can to get some offense going.
inside
And
ball
that
1.
misses inside 1-0.
Well, this is the downfall of putting up a big 7-run inning. Pitchers rely on rhythm, and that's pretty easy to lose when you're sitting around while your guys are hitting forever. Let's see if he can get back on track.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Holt leads on second with nobody out.
Zero.
1-2 now. The 1-2 in the dirt, but swung on and missed. Throw down to first, 1 away.
Now batting, number 21.
Up next for Minnesota, number 21. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him, and he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right there. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
Got him swinging on the fastball. Number 21. Second out in the 7th inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. And
Count
he takes
1-0.
ball 1. And this one's over for a high strike. 1-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
And he fouls this one off. hit on the ground out to short. Rhodes comes up with it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt them. So coming to the plate,
leading off for the
Naylor.
Indians,
Here's the
the
first pitch to
baseman,
him.
Josh
Misses inside with that one. Ball
Naylor.
one. And
Whoa,
did he
that's
go
down.
around? No, he did not. Ball two. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. May, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was a fourth-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
And he struck him out. Striding in for the Indians, Andres Jimenez. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Shoots this one over to first. And the reaches first, but he can't flag it down.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball. That's another hard to battle. Read the door right there. He's looking super solid.
Thomas.
Stepping in now, Lane Thomas. As he will set the fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Well,
And
that's
it's
off
1-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice
Oh, that's
job to lay
outside.
off it at the plate, though.
The count now at 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
That's ball three.
And it misses. 3-1 now. This is line to left. Number 22 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Coming to the plate now, Cam Gallagher. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Nope.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. This year against right-handed pitching, Gallagher is a batting line residing in the 230s.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
Hit in the air to center field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left for the Tribe, but they're still in control, 7. The next twin up, Alex
Leading off for the Twins,
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to
Alex
score any runs
Healy.
as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. 1-1.
Oh, that's out.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Digging in now, and Robinson.
the catcher. Yeah.
Ready, here's the
Robinson.
first offering.
Zero.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1. 1 out, nobody on.
Oh,
Ball
that's
1.
outside.
And
got
this
2
one
balls,
runs a little
1
too
strike.
far in. Ball 2. And he can't
That's
catch
outside.
the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Mercado waits on it, and he hauls it in without any trouble, and we're out 2 away. So striding forward now, Darren Obradava. Fourth trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been
Oh,
shut down
that's
by some
inside.
very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But
Oh,
it's a
that's
long
cool.
season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
outside.
Oh, that's
3-0 now. Coming up on the century mark in pitches now through the first 7 2/3.
And he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line, Dan, and he's got a chance at this.
Well, there's no doubt about it right now. And what makes it easier, too, from a manager's standpoint right now, you could probably just go to one guy in the bullpen and finish it.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Ready once again, Oscar Mercado.
For the Indians,
First pitch of the at-bat.
the center fielder.
And that misses for ball one.
Ball one,
The
no
Twins
strike.
came into this one riding pretty high, presented with the opportunity to sweep the series. However, it is clearly what a stop on the play.
He's out.
Now back.
Stepping up now,
Shortstop.
Ryan Rose. First pitch of the at-bat. First
Off
pitch
the plate, ball
fastball
one.
off the plate there, and it's ball one. Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the
Now
middle of the
batting.
plate. He
Number
could have come on the
15.
groove, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
In now, number 15. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Curveball hit right back at him. To second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Now
Now
at the
back,
plate,
the
Oscar
designated hitter.
Gonzalez.
Oscar.
Ready with the first
Gonzalez.
pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Hit on the ground to short. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Indians leave. Digging in to try it again. Tyler W. starting things
Leading
for
off
his
to the
side
plate.
in the ninth
The
as
first
they
baseman.
face the improbable
Tyler
odds of trying to come
W.
back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Took something
Ball
off there, but
inside.
it misses ball one.
Well, he's throwing a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only one free pass to this point, but they're still
Count
making
2-1.
him work really hard.
A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. Now the 2-1. High in the air out to center field. Mercado has it in his tracks. One down.
Now back.
And the
Number
box
22.
now, number 22, is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Grounded up the first baseline. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a fastball. Oh, strike three called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number two. So striding in, short and full. The last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great
0-1.
pitching so far in this one.
Don't expect this pitcher to overthink this right here. You get an ugly swing like that, rinse and repeat.
Ball.
And there's ball one. Grounded to third. Backhanded. Oh, and the first and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in the groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A
The final
dominant
line score
performance
for this
with a
afternoon's
complete
ball
game
game.
shutout.
A
For the
7-0
victorious Cleveland
shutout
Indians,
final today.
7 runs
Cleveland
on 12
wrote an
hits,
important
1
sixth
error.
inning
They left
victory in
7
this
men
one.
on base.
Shane Bieber earns his 6th winning
Time of the
decision
ball
in this
game,
one.
3
So
hours
that
and
just
3
about
minutes.
does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney
Thank
down on
you
the
for
field, and the
joining
rest
us
of our
here this
crew. I'm Matt
afternoon.
Vasgersian.
And we remind
Thanks for
you to
watching
please
MLB
drive
Network.
home safely.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting in the American League Central, the Detroit as a staff, as